Hey guys, so yesterday we added and subtracted decimals, and today we're going to multiply decimals in our quest to be able to do all of our operations with decimals. So before I even get into how to do it, I'm actually going to pull up a calculator here, and I want to show you something that's going to help us when we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these some numbers with these two digits, and I'm going to show you something neat about them. Ready? So I'm going to multiply this 234 by 62 first with no decimals. I'm just going to show you the answer. 234 times 62 is 14,508. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a decimal. What if I put a decimal here? I'm going to put a decimal there. And I'm going to multiply them now. 2 and 34 hundredths times 62. Same digits, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2. But now I just threw a decimal in a random place, and now I get 145 and 8 hundredths. That was for this. What if I throw a decimal in this number? How about right there? Check it out. 2 and 34 hundredths times 6 and 2 tenths. Oops. 6 and 2 tenths. Check it out. Same digits. Move a decimal. What if I move this one? Instead of being here, I put it here. Guess what? Big surprise coming. Oops, that's not it. Sorry. If you'll notice, no matter, whoop, that's not right. Hang on. It's gotta be the same digits. There we go. It's like no matter where I put the decimal anywhere in here, you'll notice I get the same digits, 1, 4, 5, 0, 8. The only thing that's different is where the decimal goes in the problem, in the answer. Could go here, could go here, could go here, could go here, could even go out here, depending on some things. But you'll notice like a trick I could use to multiply these two numbers, let's say I just was going to do these two that are right here and I didn't know all this, is I could just ignore the decimal, multiply them, and then all I would have to do now, I know these are going to be the digits in this answer. All I would have to do is figure out where the decimal goes. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. So that's going to be our lesson today. So let's try this one. So for my cookout this weekend, I need to buy 14 5/10 pounds of hamburger meat. That costs $3.49 a pound. How much money am I going to spend? So the first thing I want you to think about, remember, based on that last question, even though these numbers have decimals in them, what I can do, I know the digits in the answer are going to be the same digits as if I just ignore the decimal. Right? If I go back here, I just multiplied these and I got 14,508. And then all I would have to do is find out where the decimal goes, and I'll teach you to do that too. So what I'm going to do to solve this question, 14 5/10 times 349, I'm going to multiply the digits, multiply the numbers, and just totally ignore the decimal for a minute. Because I know that's going to give me the right digits. So here I go. I'm going to use the standard algorithm. I'm going to start with my 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 4 is 40. 9 times 1 is 4. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 4 is 13. 10's place, I'm going to start here, not there. I use that. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18. 4 times 1 is 4, 5. Use that. Do my 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. 13. 3 times 1 is 3. 4. And so this isn't my answer. Good thing. You'll see why in a minute. 8 and 8, 16, 10. So the good news is it is not going to cost me $50,605 to buy the hamburger meat, because that would be a very expensive cookout. But these are going to be the digits that go in my answer. So all I've got to do now is figure out where the decimal goes, and that's actually not that hard. Because if you look here, I'm going to use approximation here, right? I've got 14, maybe 15. I'm going to say that's about 15. And this is between 3 and 4. So I might say I'm looking for an answer that's kind of near 15 times 3. This is an approximate answer. It's approximately going to be $45 to buy the hamburger meat. So when I look back here, there's only one place I can put the decimal where I'm going to have a number that's approximately $45. If I put it here, that's $5,000. That's nowhere close to 45. That can't be right. If I put it here, that's $506. That's nowhere close to $45. That can't be it. But if I put it here, $50.61, that's pretty close to my approximate answer. So this is where the decimal has to go. So I can get my digits for my answer by ignoring the decimal. And then I can just use approximation to say, okay, it's got to probably go here. It's not going to be $5. That's too low. It's not going to be 506 or 5,060 or 50,000. So this is where I know the decimal has to go because it's the only reasonable spot. Let's do one together. Cameron weighs 54 5/10 pounds. His dad weighs 3.5 times that much. How much does his dad weigh? So I know I need to multiply 54.5 times 3.5. What you don't do is line up the decimals and then just assume the decimal goes here like you did when you add. Does not work. So I'm going to erase my decimals. And I'm just going to multiply the numbers without the decimals. So multiply, ignore decimal. And the reason I'm going to do that is I'm going to end up getting all the right digits when I do that, even though it's not going to be the complete right answer. So 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 4 is 20, 21, 22. 5 times 5 is 25, 26, 27. Start under the 3. Nothing goes here. I use that. I use that. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12, 13. 3 times 5 is 15, 16. Add them up. 5, 7, 10, 9. So Cameron's dad does not weigh 19,075 pounds. Completely unreasonable answer. But what he does weigh is a number of pounds that has these digits in it. The decimal might go here, 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 or here. But these are going to be the digits in the answer based on that thing we did at the beginning, where no matter where I put the decimal, I got the same numbers. So all I have to do is figure out where to put the decimal. So I'm just going to approximate here. This is about 50 pounds times, that's exactly between 3 and 4. So you could do it times 3 or you could do it times 4. I'll just do 4. Either way, I'm not going to have that hard of a time finding the answer. So that's 200. So I'm looking for a place in my answer. Find reasonable decimal. I'm looking for a place to put the decimal in my answer where I'm around 200. Because 50 times 4 is 200. So to me, the only place that decimal could go that would make any sense is right there. 190 and 75 hundredths of a pound. A little more than 190 pounds. That makes a lot of sense if I'm looking for that. He doesn't weigh 1,900 pounds. That's almost a ton. He doesn't weigh 19 pounds. That's less than Cameron. That makes absolutely no sense. So the only reasonable place to put my decimal is right there, and that's how I find it. All right. So make sure you understand that process by these two examples, and we will finish.